Okay, so we are back, and we are now putting the moon's lander in orbit and hopefully docking it. We got another 2 days until ITS Bermuda shows up. Which does mean a fair amount to us. I'll go ahead and delete that there. We are unfortunately several degrees off. And, we can deal with that in a number of ways. Largely, by figuring out our inclination here. I do want to raise our periapsis. Or do I? That's actually not a bad periapsis to have. Well, we'll go ahead and circularize. And let's be careful not to overshoot this. I think that's our ascending node. I think we need to be descending. Though perhaps not. Let's just get this thing circularized here. $61 versus 75. We can definitely do better than that. That's 66 versus 70. Well, why don't we try that? That's a 35-second burn we have to do. Or so this guy claims, so why don't we burn at, that's a hard call, 19. With our orbital velocity such as it is, may simply wish to just go ahead and get this thing docked. There we go. Not anywhere close to perfectly circular, but it'll have to do for now. And we have another 8 minutes until we hit this burn, so I think us zooming in here and taking care of it will be okay. Okay, close enough. Now let's try to figure out where our closest intercept will be. Given our orbital period, oh come on. Bring these guys in very close. I think that's okay. That is in another 5 hours though, and that is when Bermuda is coming. Granted, that's when Bermuda enters its sphere of influence, so, I'm going to wait on the crew transfer for that. And, we'll just move ahead, because, well, Bermuda will have a little bit of time. Granted, not too much time, but it will have a little bit. Actually, maybe not. We have 4 hours. Still, the crew transfer will wait. Let's just get rid of this guy. That is 5.1 kilometers. My attempt to trim that has not quite been successful. And we're unfortunately way off now. Maybe there will be some way for us to bring this in just a shade closer. And 0.2. I do want to go a shade faster than I am now. It's just control from here. And let's get the docking interface ready. Okay. Docking should be happening pretty soon, I hope. We just need to be a little bit aggressive about it. Particularly given our approach. Now, I do plan to send more of those fuel tanks over this way, given the limited amount of fuel that the stations themselves provide. Let's get ourselves a little closer. I think that would probably be the best thing to do. Time to make some minor corrections as well. And that should get us more or less docked up, I'm hoping. And we will just back off a little bit. There we go. Now we have our lander docked, and that will be very helpful for us. But we have 3 more hours for ITS Bermuda, which I'm not sure if I'm going to cut out the docking in this video. You know, I might as well get everything taken care of in this one go. Probably would be good for us, however, while we are at it. And we did miss our node. You know, let me go ahead and get within the sphere of influence here. And see maybe if we do want to make any corrections. Besides, we have a contract we have to fulfill. One which... Let's take a look at this. We're quite inclined, aren't we? Almost a degree. Let's see, what's our periapsis height? 85. Sweet. Okay, there we go. Let's just get on in there. And be very, very careful in doing this because, there is a slight issue here with, if you're not careful. Oh, there we go. 85 versus 85. Is there anything can do about this inclination? Probably not. But with this 19 minutes for us to take care of everything, I'm thinking we'll be doing okay. Now we actually have two bases here. We have a polar... Oh yeah, this is Minmus. For some reason, I was under the impression that we were around the moon for a moment. With all of these missions going on, it's actually really quite difficult to say what it is that we're doing. We have 31 flights or so, many of them we need to bring back or do something. And the unfortunate fact of the matter is that, you know, we don't really have much now in the way of I guess you would call it training facilities, or accommodations rather, for more astronauts. I mean, we do have these space stations, of course, and that will be important. But, yeah, we'll actually get the crew transfer done now. Or fairly soon. They want a surface sample here. So let's see if we can get an intercept of some kind. You know, it looks like we can actually do that pretty close to now. Okay, maybe not that close. I think I was better off waiting. .8. Well, you know, we can at least get our close approach going now. And you know, fortunately, we are very, very close at this time. And docking really should not take too long to do. The main issue being, of course, that when we dock, and that will be happening fairly soon. That you know, we may be having to think about where it is we can actually dock into. I'm thinking this guy here is our desired docking port. There we go. But we should arrest all of our velocity now. Well, this thing is actually rather sprightly. I forgot about that. We don't want to dock up there. Let's maybe point south. Maybe at 180 or so. It's unfortunately a terribly aggressive approach that we're taking here, but I think but we're actually going to have to be careful. Let's just arrest our centerline velocity here. This is probably one of the most aggressive dockings I've done in a while. You know, fortunately we have the RCS for it. We should be in docking range almost immediately. There we go. So Minmus Station appears to be a happening place, at least. Well, we have the solar station next. And that solar station, you know, really we should be checking our contracts first before we go back to that. I have already determined that the solar station is going to be very difficult for us to recover, so this, a dream of mine of having a solar station available, I don't think is going to fly. Let's at least fulfill the Minmus Station contract, or the Lunar Station contract, rather. Because we do need the science, of course, or rather the money. That doesn't provide much in the way of science, unfortunately. But yeah, let's get ourselves a crew report going, so that we don't have to worry about that. And there we go. I think I'm going to get Charlie going next time. As well as maybe some additional contracts. You know, we could possibly, maybe next time, I think it would be good for us to do PE1. I know I keep saying that, and I never get around to doing it. Science data from around Kerbin, why not? We could rescue Melbourne, but not quite yet. There is, of course, that contract again. Where is that Kerbin Station? There we go. Yeah, just send us a crew report over, because despite the fact that we're not getting any science done this way, we'll have plenty of science, I reckon. Money is very important to us right now, though. And we do want to make some. given the amount that we have spent on this. Okay, well, we'll just go back to the solar station and get the science for that. Now, where that Mooner or Minmus Base is will really depend. Let's just get these 2 days out. Because this guy, I believe, is going to be dead in the water for the most part, and there's really nothing I can do about that. Oh, we're on carbon escape again. Is there a way, I wonder, that I can bring my, well, I'll tell you one thing, the maneuver node system's going crazy. I think we will just have to lose this guy to interstellar space because our orbital period is much, much lower. Let's see how much we got out of that, though. We got enough for almost one more node here. What I'm thinking is surely we can find something to do to boost our science just a little bit. Science data from around Minmus. Sure, why not? The money wouldn't be bad to have. Though having completely lost that, one base there, I'm not sure how to react to that. You know, we're at this point to where we are kind of at a stalemate. To where we could send Kerbals out, and that would be okay. Unfortunately, exploring other planets, it seems, does not yield as much science as they should. And there we go. And here's an interesting question I've been thinking about. Should we maybe trade our reputation in more of our reputation? That would mean, of course, oh, I'd rather not do that. I mean, I think we do actually have plenty of cash flow if we can clear this guy. And definitely, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and grab, not this guy, but the high altitude flight. Maybe we can do something with that. Because I believe we actually do need that in the case of a temporary station. But it's going to be hard to tell. Let's just get Minmus Base landed. One thing, of course, is for sure. And that is that, we'll need to go ahead and get this guy pretty close to circular. I want to make this space here possibly another great flat space. But then again, we may wish to do something completely different. I mean, we do have the polar base here, and that's going to be a good start. Let's see, orbital inclination. Can we fix it? Not very well at this point. We can, certainly try here. Not knowing where the planet's descending node is could be a bit of an issue. Versus 35. Okay, we'll just take... We'll take that for now. Maybe I just push this guy over here. And we'll find ourselves a fairly good place to land, I think. Somewhere which we have not been. Now, eventually, of course, I do need to upgrade some of this stuff here. If I can. We're not in the world's best position for that right now. But being that we are on the dark side of Minmus, oh, there we go. plains, I think, will make a good place for us to simply go ahead and land. As for our inclination, we're still very highly inclined, and I do want to fix that. And with the amount of Delta V we have, I really do think that we should have no problem landing this guy, even if the landing is going to turn out being quite aggressive. We really just, you know, I'm thinking we need a better way of transporting people here between the surface, because we could only really do 2 at a time. We need a very efficient vehicle for that. Let's make sure our landing gear is down. And we'll turn our lights on. We're actually not doing too terribly bad in terms of inclination here. I mean, we're doing, what, 0.5 degrees? Which is not too terribly bad. If we could get maybe 1 or 2 of these here. I have no idea what's down there. But I do know we had better slow down soon. Let's just turn this guy off. What are we trying to warp here? Interesting. That is on the complete opposite side of the planet. But we've gotten our money here. So let's see what it is that we are going to focus on next time. Because we've done a lot today. A lot of docking and such. PE1 may be our focus, if for no other reason than the fact that well, of course there's always this. Maybe I should endeavor to upgrade this some though. That'll give us more than enough science to unlock several things here. Maybe... Maybe I've not looked enough into some of these seismic scans. They might be fairly close, and again, they look like they're at the poles, and I do not want to visit the poles. Not yet. We need aircraft with a lot more in the way of endurance. Which I'm not entirely sure that we have, even though the poles would be fairly easy to reach. Is that guy right there? I'll tell you what, let's not take on any new contracts just yet, until at least we have an idea of what it is that we want to do, because definitely building the station on solar orbit has been interesting. Although there is this guy that looks easy enough. I'm gonna take that. And we'll do those two. Maybe get around to cleaning up some of these contracts, because I have been avoiding them. And I really should not be. So until then, this has been the iLord Root, and I will see you later.